Welcome to my YouTube channel, Grade 9 Science. In this video, I am going to present reflection of light. Light is an energy that is sensitive to eye. What is called reflection of light? A phenomenon of traveling of a ray of light through a certain medium, strikes a surface, changes its direction and travels back through the same medium is called reflection of light. When a parallel beam of light falls onto a plane mirror, it is reflected. Then here you can see two beams, incident light beam and reflected light beam. Light ray. Very fine path of light is the light ray. We can represent a light ray by using a line segment with an arrowhead. Types of light beams. A beam of light is formed by a large number of rays of light. There are three types of light beams: diverging beam of light, parallel beam of light, and converging beam of light. Here there is an activity. You can do this activity and mention your conclusion. Now we'll refer to the activity 1. Here light beam is produced by the torch, then by the fall light rays are emitted. So a light beam consists of light rays. Now refer to the second activity. When you arrange this setup, you can see the flame of the candle only when all three falls at the same line, same straight line. That means light travels in a straight line. Refer to the third activity. By this you can understand light can be reflected. Light composed of very thin light rays which travel in straight lines. Light travels through a vacuum or a transparent medium in straight lines and reflects when strikes on a reflecting surface. Bouncing back of light ray into the same medium when strikes on a surface is known as reflection of light. Reflection of light by a plane mirror. You can do this activity. You have to place the sheet of white paper on the table, then place the mirror perpendicular to the paper using a stand, then draw the mirror line on the paper, direct a narrow inclined beam of light along the paper onto the mirror using the electrical torch or the laser torch. Then observe the beam of light reflect from the mirror. Trace the incident and reflected rays on the paper using the pencil. Remove the mirror and complete the rays using the ruler. Construct normal line or perpendicular line to the plane mirror at the point of incidence. Then measure the angles at either sides of the normal. So you can easily do this activity and find out incident angle and reflected angle. The ray that falls on the mirror is called incident ray. The point where the incident ray contacts with the mirror is the point of incidence. The ray that reflects away from the mirror is known as the reflecting ray. The perpendicular line drawn to the mirror at the point of incidence is known as normal or normal line. The angle between the incident ray and the normal is called the angle of incidence, and the angle between the reflected ray and the normal is called angle of reflection. Then you can do this activity also to find out about incident angle and reflected angle. Then we'll find out laws of reflection of light. First one, the incident ray, the reflecting ray, and the normal drawn at the point of incident are in the same plane. Then second law, the value of the angle of incidence is equal to the value of the angle of reflection. In this diagram, you can see all incident ray, reflected ray, angle of incidence, angle of reflection, point of incidence, and the normal. Then regular reflection and diffuse reflection. Refer to the diagrams. In the regular reflection, when parallel beam of light falls onto a plane mirror or plane surface, it will be reflected in the same direction. All rays goes in the same direction. In the diffuse reflection, when a parallel beam of light falls onto the surface, reflected rays change the direction. Different rays goes in different directions. So regular reflection is done by smooth surfaces. Diffuse reflection is done by rough surfaces. Parallel light rays are reflected parallelly in the regular reflection. In diffuse reflection, parallel light rays are reflected to various directions. Then examples for regular reflection, reflection of sunlight by a plane mirror, reflection of laser rays by a plane mirror. Examples for diffuse reflection, reflection of sunlight by the pages of a book, reflection of sunlight by objects like earth, plants, buildings, and rocks. Now we'll find out instances where regular reflection is useful. Regular reflection is commonly found when using mirrors. Example, to watch one's face, to use light microscope. Second one, to create vivid light patterns in various shows. Third one, to get information of the motion of machine parts in industrial plants. Then instances where diffuse reflection is useful. Objects in the environment can be seen from all directions as they reflect sunlight diffusely. Letters in a book can be seen from all directions. Images formed by plane mirrors. Now this is the ray diagram to show how an image is formed by a plane mirror. This is the object. We can get two light rays emitted from the object, and according to the rules of reflection, we can draw the reflected rays. Then we can extend the reflected rays backward to get the image. After that, you can see object distance is always equal to the image distance. Then characteristics of images formed by objects kept in front of a plane mirror. First one, virtual, means cannot be taken onto a screen. Upright, equal to the size of the object. Object distance and image distance are equal. Lateral inversion occur. What are the uses of plane mirrors? Plane mirrors are used in a beauty salons and to watch one's face for dressing. In shops to show the number of items increase, plane mirrors are used. To reflect light for laboratory activities. To produce multiple images. To observe the shape and the backside of costumes when selecting items for fashion activities. To observe backside of the head when one is having a haircut in a salon. For making kaleidoscope, various colorful patterns can be observed through this. When small pieces of petals, leaves, or pieces of colorful papers are put into this. This is the diagram of kaleidoscope. Vivid patterns seen through the kaleidoscope. For making periscope, periscopes are used to observe objects which are located above or below the position of the observer. To watch outside from the submarine or a bunker. This is the ray diagram of a periscope. Here, parallel rays struck the plane mirror and reflect onto the other mirror. Again, reflection is taken place and light rays comes to our eye. So we can see from here, upper places can be seen easily. That's only about reflection of light for grade 9 science. Thank you for listening.